Hey there, this is Terry Wheat from onceuponawheat.com. Thanks so much for joining us. Today is my final video on Salem, Massachusetts. I've been addressing groups who can sometimes be hesitant or uncomfortable to visit Salem. In the first video, I talked to parents with small children. In the second, history lovers. And in this third, I'm going to be addressing Christians. So I am a Christian, so I wanted to give you my perspective based on the experience that I had, so that maybe it can help you to better make your decision for yourself. When I have watched shows on Salem, Massachusetts today, they are on the History Channel or the Travel Channel, and they are filmed in October, but they don't tell you that, and so you're not sure if it's like that year-round and you don't really know what to expect. Salem in October is a very festive time, and it is very much focused on Halloween, and they celebrate modern witchcraft. They celebrate some of the darker themes of Halloween a lot of times, and there are some scary imagery that you will sometimes see, and so many Christians can be uncomfortable with many of those things and that kind of atmosphere. And so I would definitely suggest that you avoid October if you are uncomfortable with that. And the other 11 months should be fine. We went in July and we didn't see any of that. It was not that atmosphere. We did not see anyone in any sort of costume. We didn't see anyone dressed as a witch. We didn't see anything scary. We didn't even see anyone who was dressed in all black or who would have the jewelry that sometimes you might associate or think someone who is practicing modern witchcraft might wear. We didn't hear anyone talking about it. The things that we saw were Salem does have a higher than average amount of magic and new age shops, and so those are in town and you will see those, and if you're uncomfortable you can just walk on by. And then it is known today as the Witch City, and that is rooted in its history of having the Salem Witch Trials and Executions back in 1692, but it is also based on the fact that it has drawn today many people who live there and work there who do practice modern witchcraft and the Wiccan religion and different New Age practices. And so the town has an emblem of a black silhouette of a stereotypical witch, like a 1950s era cartoonish witch. It is the silhouette with a classic hat, riding a broomstick, and you'll see that on their water tower and on some of their store windows or on trash cans or different places throughout the town. But aside from those things, it wasn't as in your face as I expected it to be from watching the various shows about Salem and seeing things online, or if you talk to someone who's been there in October. And so obviously you're going to see things related to witches when you go there, but it is not as dramatic as you think, and I think that many Christians will be able to handle that fine and will be comfortable going to visit like we did. We explored the history of the Salem Witch Trials of 1692, and I've written 9 posts on Salem. They're all on my travel blog, onceuponawheat.com, and 3 of them focus on the itinerary that we followed. And that itinerary we saw nothing scary whatsoever. So I also wanted to point out, I know that most people know this, but not everyone does, so I wanted to make it clear. The victims in 1692 who were accused as witches and who were hung were absolutely not witches. They did not practice witchcraft. The vast majority of them were Puritans. They were very pious, very religious people who were very deeply offended to have their faith questioned. And the Puritans practiced way stricter religious practices than many Christians or religious people today follow. And so that was not the case with that group in 1692, just so you're fully aware going in. When I have been fascinated and horrified by those tragic events and by the victim's story since I was a little girl, since I first heard about the Salem Witch Trials. And it was really important to me to go. I have been moved for a very long time to go there, just like I do many historical places, to go where it happened and walk where the victims lived, where they endured these things. Sometimes I visit sites like war battlefields and like Salem where tragic things have happened, but I visit places that victorious and wonderful things have happened too. But I have been very, very moved by their stories for a really long time, and it was important for me to go because I feel like I can honor them in my own way by spending the day immersing myself in their story and learning more about them, and just pulling what I can from that. I know that there are many relevant lessons to be learned from Salem that are still relevant today. And so I felt that it was important to go honor them, and I don't think that they should be forgotten. So if you enjoy history and if you are moved by their stories and feel like you are compelled to go and visit, I would encourage you to. We had a very deeply moving visit, and I felt like it was a privilege for us to be able to go and honor them and learn even more about them. So you can absolutely go and carry your faith with you, and I think it can be an enjoyable visit for you. So thanks so much. I hope that that helped you to better inform you so that you can make your decision on what is a good choice for you and your family. And thanks for joining us in the video. If you will like it, if you did, there's a like button down below. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of our videos. A number of them are related to travel, but not all of them will be, so you'll find all of them interesting and helpful or entertaining. And if you haven't yet, check out our travel blog. That's where I put all of my travel articles on onceuponawheat.com. And we do visit a number of historical places, but we visit a lot of non-historical places too. We like to have fun. We like to do new things, learn and grow. And so we visit a lot of cool places. So also come check us out on social media. We're available on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest as well as YouTube. So they all have a different flavor. They're not just going to be repetitive of each other, so you'll see exclusive pictures and videos and stories on each one. And so we'd love to have you at all of those. So thanks so much for joining us, and I'll see you soon.